Have you ever built your life around someone only to discover they've been wearing a mask all along? I thought Laura and I were soulmates, but one vibrant Mardi Gras night in New Orleans revealed the lie we'd both been living. Our French Quarter courtyard buzzed with the chaotic energy of our annual family party, the air thick with the scent of fried beignets, spicy gumbo, and the sweet tang of bourbon flowing from the bar. The street outside pulsed with brass bands and costumed revelers, their laughter and jazz notes drifting through the wrought iron gates. I adjusted my pirate costume, smiling as I handed out hurricanes to cousins and aunts, proud of the life Laura and I had built. A successful architecture firm, a cozy Creole cottage, and 10 years of what I thought was unbreakable love. But tonight Laura's laughter was too loud. Her glances too quick, landing on someone across the courtyard. His name was Derek, her boss at the design agency, all sharp suits and sharper smiles, leaning against the fountain with a king cake in hand. I noticed the way Laura's hand lingered on his arm when she passed him a drink, her eyes sparkling in a way they hadn't for me in months. My stomach twisted, but I told myself it was nothing, just work talk, just Mardi Gras cheer. I kept busy, refilling glasses, joking with my brother, but my eyes followed them. When Laura slipped into the courtyard's garden to get some air, Derek followed, his footsteps muffled by the jazz. My heart raced as I trailed behind, pausing behind a jasmine-covered trellis. Through the leaves, I heard her soft giggle, his low murmur. "Laura, we can't keep doing this." I peeked through, seeing her adjust his tie, their faces inches apart, her fingers lingering on his chest. My hurricane glass trembled in my hand, the bourbon sweetness now bitter on my tongue. I didn't confront them. I slipped back to the party, my smile forced, the brass band's rhythm grating on my nerves. Laura returned, her beads slightly askew, and Derek trailed behind, his grin too casual. "Having fun, Jack?" she asked, her hand grazing my arm. I nodded, but her touch felt like a lie. That night, after the guests left and the courtyard fell silent, I lay awake beside her, her steady breathing a cruel reminder of the life I thought we had. The next morning, I found her phone on the kitchen counter, left unlocked while she showered. My fingers shook as I opened her messages. A thread with Derek stretched back months. Secret dinners, heart emojis, a photo of them at a jazz club, her head on his shoulder. One message hit like a second-line parade crashing through my chest. "Jack's clueless. Can't wait for our getaway?" My vision blurred, the scent of chicory coffee now sour. She wasn't just cheating, she was planning to leave me for him. I didn't cry. I plotted. Laura's big project launch was coming up, a Mardi Gras charity gala at our firm's flagship building, where she'd present a new design to investors. I'd make sure it was unforgettable. I dug deeper, finding hotel receipts in her purse, a hidden email account with plans for a life in New York, even a draft of divorce papers she'd started. Each clue was a spark fueling my rage. I contacted Derek's assistant, posing as Laura's colleague. "She wants you at the gala for her big presentation. 8 p.m. downtown," he replied instantly, clueless. My heart pounded, but I felt a strange calm, like the quiet before a New Orleans thunderstorm. The gala was a spectacle. Gold and purple streamers, masked guests, the air filled with the scent of magnolias and aged bourbon. Laura was radiant in a sapphire gown, commanding the room as she mingled with clients. Derek arrived, his tuxedo crisp, his eyes searching for her. I waited until Laura took the stage, her voice confident as she began her presentation, the projector glowing behind her. Then I signaled my tech guy, a friend I'd clued in, and the screen flickered. Instead of her design renderings, it showed their texts, their emails, and that jazz club photo blown up for all to see. The room fell silent, the clink of glasses stopping dead. Laura's voice cracked, her eyes darting to the screen. Derek's face drained of color, his bourbon glass slipping to the floor. I stepped to the microphone, my voice steady. "Thank you, Laura, for showing us what commitment really means." Investors gasped, her colleagues whispered, and my brother stood frozen, his king cake forgotten. Derek bolted, and Laura stood paralyzed, the spotlight exposing every lie. I thought exposing her would feel like the final note of a triumphant jazz solo. As the crowd dispersed, Laura grabbed my arm, her eyes wet. "Jack, please, I can explain." I pulled away, my voice ice. "Explain how you plan to leave me for months?" I left her there, the New Orleans night alive with music outside as I walked into the humid air. But the victory felt hollow. The next day, as I sorted through our shared files in the office, I found an old journal from our early days. A page described a night I'd forgotten, a moment of weakness when I'd flirted with a client during a rough patch, before Laura and I got serious. I'd never acted on it, but I'd hidden it, convinced it didn't matter. Derek had been there, a colleague who'd seen it all. Had he used that secret to pull her in? I'd destroyed Laura for her betrayal, but standing in our quiet office, the distant jazz notes louder than my thoughts, I realized the hardest truths aren't the ones we expose, they're the ones we bury, thinking they'll never surface. If this story hit you like a second-line parade through your heart, smash that like button and subscribe to Cheating Stories Twist for more soul-shaking tales of love and betrayal. Have you ever uncovered a secret that changed everything you believed? Share it in the comments below, and don't forget to share this video with someone who loves a jaw-dropping twist.